a couple more seconds. I thought I would just go ahead and get it started. I see there's two waiting, and I think both of those are me. All right, so I get that going. That's our mock fireplace. Alrighty, and get our coffee going. So, welcome, welcome. I don't know if anybody's jumped on yet, but I am just getting things set up. Get my coffee going. I already put some water in there, but I'm going to add a little more water to that, and then I'm going to turn it down. We're going to go slow. Oh, yeah. All right. So happy Sunday to everyone, which is the beginning of the week. I'm looking to have a good week. All right, I'm going to push that ahead. Let that go low and slow. All right. So it looks like we've got 5 going right now. And I'm just going to give this little iPad or this little pad here a touch. Get that up so we can see if there's going to be, there we go, play. All right. Well, so far, I am just getting, there we go. Oh, it's running an ad. Making money, just kidding. All right, so skip that. There we go. I got to jump this thing forward. All right. Oh, that's an old one. Well, I'm kind of have trouble. I'm not able to see the comments. So if you're on and you're making comments, I won't know about it. But glad to have you. Enjoy doing this on Sunday nights. I'm really looking forward to Sundays when they come around. I'm wishing Lisa has to work tonight, so she's unable to be here. But I am really going to try to get this. Just give me a second. Try to get this on so I can see. I'm not the most technical person in the world, believe it or not. There we go. All right. So the backyard hiker, how you doing? All right. Dave K. Enjoy watching Random Adventures. Well, I enjoy you watching too. I really enjoy a lot of the comments. I try to answer every comment that someone makes on the channel. One, because I like to hear back from a creator when I post a comment to them. Even if it's a thumbs up or a heart, I like getting those. But I love responding to the comments from everyone out there, and greatly appreciate all of those comments. I if you ever want to ask me a question, you think of it in the middle of the week, throw that comment in there, something that you think might be interesting that you'd like others to know or me to talk about on one of our Sunday nights. You can comment on any of the videos because I'll get notified of that comment, and then I'll write that down and I will save it for one of our Sunday night lives. All right. So we had a lot going on this week. As you know, we are done with in-home physical therapy and occupational therapy. They're done. They finished last week. And I did go to my outpatient. So I started at a place called Snyder's Physical Therapy. It's about 3 blocks away. But I started going there on Wednesday, and I've already noticed a big difference of being able to go to a place like that that's not in home. I mean, in home was great for a transition, but just knowing that there's a facility that you can go to that has specialized equipment or just someone there to stand with you and walk you through the different exercises. Some of the differences that I noticed right away is that, when I'm working at home by myself and I'm lifting this stroke leg up and down, that's just the weight of the leg going up and down. But up there, I would lift up, but they would apply a little bit of pressure or resistance, and then both ways. So as I was coming back down, they would give resistance on my way back down, which that's going to be key because right now I have weight bearing, like I can stand, but something I noticed this week because I wear a brace on that stroke leg. Right now, it's an L-shaped brace just because I have a little foot drop. And we'll talk about that probably in one of the videos later this week. But that foot drop that I have, if I try to stand on my tiptoes, and then on the right leg, if I take the pressure off with my left leg, that foot on a tiptoe, the heel drops right away. I can't hold myself up at all. So one of the things that my physical therapist, Aaron, is doing is he's putting my foot in his arm, and when I push it back, he's giving resistance each time. So I think that's going to help strengthen that heel in that area. Because that's going to be key to walking without stumbling. Now, I don't know if you just watched the Friday night, just posted it yesterday, but the cemetery stealth camp. So Emma, as you know, dropped me off, and I found a group of 3 trees and a couple families that I spent the night with. The Watsons, I believe was Watson and Singleton. Hamilton was right next door, or Howell, and Christ, also, I guess you could pronounce it as Christ family, right behind me. But I stayed overnight in that cemetery, and I'll tell you what, believe it or not, I was a little afraid, but I think it was all in my mind, but I was hearing noises. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But check on this coffee. It's steaming up. So I've got water in there. I did put a little milk in there. I'm just boiling milk and water. And then I'm going to throw this instant coffee here. This Sizzle Cafe. That's a coffee that I drink that's got 4 herbs in it, which are mushrooms, organic Ganoderma, Bacopa, Chaga, and something else. Hey, Simple Outdoors. Yeah, I'll tell you what, every once in a while, let me just go in here and I have this pad in this drawer where I can just pull it up and look down and check things out. Simple Exploring and Adventures, how you doing? Hey, Tony, how are you? I am doing good, and I see Dave's in the house. Hey, buddy. Hey, just real quick, RNRV Chronicles, that's my very, very good, my best friend, Dave. That's their channel. If you want to see a neat video, you can go on and click on his tab where he picked me up and we went to Cabela's. And he was filming at the same time that I was. So if you watch his video and you watch my video, you'll get to see from 2 different perspectives and styles. But you'll kind of get a bigger picture of that day that we had together where we went on and got some chocolate from Russell Stover, which that's almost gone. Lisa and I have been tacking that pretty good. Yeah. Hey, Lisa Crystal, how are you? Yes, yes. Simple Exploring with Lewis, you're doing well. Good job. Good job. Yeah, I watched a couple of your videos this week too. I really like watching other people's videos. It really is a blessing to watch. That's starting to boil. I don't want to make this too hot that I can't drink it. So I am going to turn that off. Lift this handle. Ooh, that's warm. One thing about titanium that I've noticed is they cool off. Oh, that's steamy. They cool off pretty quick, these little handles. All right. So I don't believe I have something to stir that with. I'll tell you. So this is the backpack I took for that overnight in a cemetery. My Osprey. I love this thing. It was about 28 pounds. I think I got a spoon here, Andy. Yeah, I do. Got my spoon. So I didn't mention the scrambled eggs that I made that in the morning. That was that Mountain House scrambled eggs. Um, I just want to say they were not my favorite. Now I don't know if I didn't let it sit long enough or I didn't put enough water in it, but they were still powder in the inside, like they were egg on the outside, and I bite it and I think, oh, it's gonna be good, and then I get a mouthful of almost tasted like styrofoam. It was interesting. It was definitely interesting, but not my favorite. It was scrambled eggs with bacon. It might be better if I would have done it right. So it doesn't get my 2.0 approval yet. It's still out. The jury's still out on that one. So I do want to say I was contacted. Now, if you know, I stayed at Encompass Health for about 3 weeks. It's a physical therapy place that actually you can stay at. It's like an in between coming home and from the hospital. So it's like a hospital type setting where they take care of all your needs as you're getting on your feet or getting into recovery. But they reached out to me, their media group, because May is Stroke Awareness Month. So I'm expecting they're going to send me a couple paragraphs that they're going to send to a few media outlets about doing an interview, possibly later this week, with some news outlets or something to do with Encompass Health and also, stroke awareness. Because I did not know this, but every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. That's mind-boggling. It's really that's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the world, but every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. So if you haven't been to your family doctor in a while, say maybe a year, you don't know how your health is, go get it checked out. We want you around. We want you part of the 2.0 family. It was an eye opener for me. I thought I was in good shape, things like that, but I'm still not quite sure of the cause of it. But I do know I did have some high blood pressure, some cholesterol issues, and type 2 diabetes, which I'm working on managing that now. So, all right, cheers. Hope this isn't too hot. I always burn my tongue on these things. I give it a quick blow. Ay, ay, ay. No, I can't do it yet. It's too warm. All right. This is that Jetboil. That's that one on the top here, that burner. That is a Desert Fox. That's not my BRS 3000T. Like I said before, I'm liking this one a little bit better because of the wider face on it, or the top. It's just a little bit more stable. So, all right, Oh, let me hit the comments here. I'm gonna have to put these glasses on. I gotta do it. uh, yeah, type 2. Oh, look at that. Type 2.0. 2.0. All right, haven't. Oh, wait, I gotta do it with my stroke hand. 2.0. It's getting better. I don't know if you can see. Just I almost got that one straight. Almost. It's getting there. Stealth Freedom, good afternoon. Love the last stealth video. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, uh, looking good. Buzz Brothers, Outdoor Adventures. Yes, it's great to see you too. And it's good to be back out there. I tell you, I was sitting around on Friday. Now, Lisa, gosh, I wish she was here tonight. I really miss having her a part of these. She was part of that one a couple weeks ago, and they offered a double bonus to work Saturday and Sunday, and she said, I'm taking it. Yeah, because if you notice this week, we didn't get out and do any trail magic this week, just because we were in between paychecks. I'm on short-term disability, so our income is about, well, my income is half of what it was, and then health insurance comes out of mine too. So that hit us this week, where, as you've noticed, gas prices too. But still, we just didn't have enough funds to get out and do trail magic. But we got paid on Friday, so we're gonna gotta pick up a couple more things, and we're gonna try to get out. Now, I am in contact with Jay Wanders Out. He's hiking the Appalachian Trail, and he was just in Trail Days last week, but he is back in the area and he's hiking, and we're trying to coordinate because he's on foot. He's trying to make miles, and I've got to figure out where would be the best place to meet him where we can spend some time together and I don't interfere with his hike, getting from point A to point B, because you've only got so much time in a day if you're staying in a shelter or you want to get to that next town or a resupply. I don't want to get them to a place where we hang out for a couple hours and he's still got 10 miles to hike, and it's going to get dark soon. So we're going to work all of that out, hopefully within the next week. And then I'll be holding that video for a couple days, just, because I'll try to release it about when he does. Alrighty. So, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, throw it down in the comments section. But back to the stealth on Friday night. So I'm sitting here, Lisa's at work, and I'm going, I had the pack all ready to go. I had to throw my burner and, load up my water and a couple other things, and thought, Emma is around. She's got her driver's license. The Hummer's here. I think I might try to do a stealth camp somewhere. So that's how that started evolving. And I was like, nah. And then I thought, yeah. And I was going back and forth with myself. And right around 5:30 in the evening, I was like, I'm doing it. But I wasn't sure where yet. I was thinking the other day when Lisa and I were out and we were driving home, we had gone by a particular cemetery, and I looked up across it, and I saw a line of trees, and thought that's a pretty well established or old. And as you'll see when you watch, if you didn't watch it already in the video, there was a lot of 1800 tombstones, births 1800, 1849. In fact, that one that was right in front of me, Hiram, I think his first name was Hiram, I don't recall the exact spelling of it, but he was born in 1849. and then it went dash. And that was it. There was his wife passed away in 1933, but he had no death date. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but hopefully he was there. Um, but I don't know. He didn't let me know. He didn't show up. Um, yes. Yeah. Hey, Anna, Stealth Freedom. Yes. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Just quick shout out. Yeah, I did give some shout outs when I was there in that cemetery. Now, there's a lot of people part of the Stealth Camping Alliance. So if you're not checking those videos out, go on to Facebook and just type in Stealth Camping Alliance, and the membership page will come on. Now, just click on there and join it, and you'll automatically be a member, adopted into the family. And if you're stealth camping, throw some videos up in there. If you're not sure about videoing or how to video, start just doing it. Throw something up there. We'll all take a look at it. If you want feedback, we'll give you feedback. If you're not sure you want feedback, just say, I don't want any feedback, and just throw something up there. But there's a lot of guys out there that would like to do stealth camping, or dispersed camping, it's also called sometimes. I was contacted not too long ago from a gentleman, I believe up in New York State, that wants to come down into my area and hit out a state park not too far from here and do some dispersed camping. Um, he asked me if I knew of a spot. I do know of a spot, but I'm not sure where to park. So I might be in contact with him again. He might reach out to me on my email. But if you're interested in ever emailing me, it should have an about me, should have an email address, but it's randomadventures927@gmail.com. So you can always email me, any questions or anything too. All right. Let me just check, get my glasses on. All right. Oh, yeah, I know. I saw you, Stealth Freedom, talking about the green screen. I like to, I'm anxious to see how that looks. So yeah. But so on that stealth camp, so I get there to the place and I tell Emma, now the way that I film, if you notice, we pull up to the gate and I'm hanging you don't know, well, I guess you could see the shadow a little bit, but I'm hanging the camera out the window, filming as we're going along. And then I'm like, all right, stop. And I jump out. Well, not jump, but I pick this leg up and put it down and swing this one over. I get out and I hobble over there, set the camera up, and I hobble back, hit record, and I jump back in. And I'm like, Emma, back up. So she backs up maybe 8 feet, and I'm like, all right, pull ahead and go to the left. So then we pull through the gate of the cemetery and go out of picture frame, and then I say, all right, stop, and I jump out. Well, not jump out. I lift my leg back out and I slide down out of the Hummer. Well, I don't know what we're calling it yet. I did call it Sunny in there, but I did see that yellow flower, which is a buttercup. I just don't know about calling the Hummer Buttercup. Say, hey, there's Buttercup. I just don't know. I really liked Sunny, so I'm like, all right, let me get out, and I run over and I turn the camera off and I hobble back and I work my way back up into the vehicle and I get in, and so then I tell her just drive around. So we're driving. There's a couple people in the cemetery walking one was walking their dog, another one was just walking. So there was 2 cars, and I think they just go there for exercise. And I mentioned that to Lisa, and she goes, "Why would someone go there for exercise?" Well, because it's paved and you can map out a good route. Nobody's gonna bother you, and you can go walk around the cemetery. It is peaceful too, with the exception of that International Paper Factory. It had that big thing running. I don't know what that was, but it was a low humming. I thought you would hear it more in the videoing, but you actually didn't hear it as much. And it did turn off, but not until 1:30 in the morning. And after it turned off, I was like, oh, I wish that was still on because it was noise, you know. And once it turned off, I could then hear everything. So I don't know what was in the woods. So from me, about 15 to 20 yards was the outer fence. With, I think I showed it in the video. There was some, they had spikes on the top of the fence, and then the gate, it was chained. I don't know if that made the cut or not, but so 15 to 20 yards away from where I was camped and that overnight. And then there was a little bit of a clearing and then woods. And they were harvesting or mining coal, like a little strip mine back further, which there was some ATVs that ran through. That didn't make the cut either. But inside of the woods, when I was sleeping, I would hear, I don't know if you've ever been in the woods and you hear like something hit a branch. I mean, a big branch, and it cracks and falls. And then you hear whatever hit it keep going through the woods, like keep going. Well, I'm laying there in the hammock and I hear this crack really loud, and I flip the hammock side down a little further and I'm listening, but I didn't hear any like continuing to go through the woods. And I listened and I was silent. Nothing. I thought, uh-oh, what was that? So then I'd go and I'd start falling asleep again, and then I'd hear crack. And I'm like, what in the heck is that? And I look and I would not hear any like continuing. It would just be one large crack in the woods, like something smacked a tree and it broke. And so, you know, does a tree make a sound in the woods when it falls and you're not there? I don't know. But I was there and it made a heck of a sound. And it didn't at least more than 4 or 5 times throughout the night. And there was never a continuation of the noise, like through the woods. It was just a loud crack, loud. And I don't know if it was a roosting turkey that made it up to a branch and as it was flying or gliding through, or an owl. But in the morning, I had a woodpecker really pecking the heck out of a tree. As the sun was coming up, he was hammering that thing. Oh, yeah, maybe it was Bigfoot. Yeah. Yeah, the worst one is a widowmaker, true. Yeah. You know, at that cemetery, I looked on the gate. It doesn't say anything about private property. I know another cemetery that's actually in a town that's not too far from here, Centralia. Now, Squibb, who is part of the Stealth Camping Alliance, him and I were talking about before the stroke, doing a collaboration video, staying in a cemetery, Old Fella Cemetery in Centralia, which is a town that has a coal fire burning underneath the ground from back in the 50s, I believe. So look it up, Centralia, Pennsylvania. So I know that there is a cemetery, not the Old Fellows one, but another one in the town, because the cemeteries are still there, but the houses aren't. Well, there's a couple houses that are still there. There's holdouts, um, but once they perish or die, then they'll rip those houses down as well. They're like still the only ones there. But that cemetery, there's one of them there. I was looking at doing a like scoping it out for maybe when he and I do one. I checked that one out because I thought that was the cemetery, and that one is a private property, and it says camera surveillance. So whether there is or not, I don't know. But this cemetery I went to, it did say later I saw when I hiked out in the morning to get closer to the main entrance to get picked up. Uh, I did see it said 9 to 5 p.m. That the cemetery was open, but I don't believe they shut the gate. And I was back in the far back corner, so I was pretty far out of the way for the most part. Hmm. That's hot. Still hot. I might throw a little bit of cooler water in here, but I want to use my other hand. So part of occupational therapy is unscrewing things. So I'm unscrewing that cap, and then I want to screw that back on. All right, a lot of focus. So I said sometimes I don't breathe when I'm screwing things on, and because you're concentrating, so you don't breathe. And I noticed that I'm tightening my stomach muscles when I'm doing the simplest little things with this hand. And I said, I ought to come up with a workout program, get a six pack by just moving your fingers. Sit on the couch every day, work out those fingers, and get a six pack all at the same time. Sign up below. So I, uh, okay, now that was just silly. But yes, let me see if it cooled it down enough. Yes, very good. Very good. All right. So give it a little stir again. So that cemetery, like I said, my hammock was set up. It was calling for rain. It never rained. I heard a few drops, but it never rained like they said it was going to rain. I want to be actually be in a camping situation with my tarp set up, and I love to do it in a thunderstorm. I think that would be so cool as long as I didn't get too wet or struck by lightning. So, or the tree that I'm hanging and get struck by lightning. But I wonder if that would affect you. You know how birds sit on telephone wires or power lines, and because they're up in the air. I wonder if I was hanging in a hammock and the tree got struck by lightning, if I would be like a bird, sitting on a power line. It might be interesting. I don't know if that would work or not. I don't know if I want to find out, but hey, might might be true. So, but yeah, that Mountain House eggs, I'm holding, like I said, holding out on that one. I'm not sure how that was, but I ended up eating before I went out. That's why I didn't cook while I was out there. Hey, Dark Archer, how are you doing? Hey, Narin, the bearded alien, how you doing, buddy? All right, cheers, 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 Ontario, Team Stealth Ontario. Yep. All right. Yeah, and bearded alien. Hey, I'm glad you're getting out there and you're starting to produce videos. Like, keep it up. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. And I like that fire you made. That was pretty good. You know, that was a good one there. Yes, that Silent Hill that was filmed. I believe. Yeah. Oh, two people. Oh my. Oh, sorry to hear about the people that died. Hey, real quick. Hey, Emma, there's potatoes in the oven.
All right, thank you.
And you can just hit that alarm and turn that oven off because it's
All right.
just beeping.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, so that was Emma. So she dropped me off at the stealth camping cemetery the other night. So, and then we waved goodbye to our ride as it left. And yep. So, yeah, so I I got that hung up pretty good. We walked around the cemetery. Now, I don't know what that one building was with the ramp where we walked up to that building. I'm not sure what that was. It looked, I don't know if it was like a viewing building for to view things. I'm not sure. But, it was a nice little walk back and forth. So I was getting my exercise doing that. But in the morning, sun came up and I was glad to see the sun. But believe it or not, I edit everything on my phone. And if you haven't checked out Power Director, check out Power Director. It's a great editing app. And because I couldn't sleep there for a little while because of the noises, I would just lay there and edit the video while I was waiting for the sun to come up. So no, but I got pretty much everything edited until morning. So all I had to do was, in the morning, film myself making coffee, making the eggs, do an exit close on the video, and then finish editing that, and then I could upload. So I was uploading after I was sitting there a little longer waiting for my ride to come and pick me up. So, but Power Director, all the music, a couple of people commented about the music. So I'm always unsure whether or not on some videos to use music and not music. I always do the intro with music. So and there for a little while I was using different ones, but I think I'm just gonna stick with this one that I use now. I think it's called From East to West is the intro music. I like that one. It's kind of got that beat that I get familiar with when you hear it. I know my friend Dave said, "Yeah, I always use that one. When I hear that, I know you're getting ready to start a video." So that's going to be my intro music, and I love using that one for an exit music. That one, I'm not sure what that one's called. Oh, 1000 Nights is what that one's called. 1000 Nights. That one has a beat to it that's almost like Born Supremacy. At the end of the movies, when he's, you know, at the end, he's going to be, he's gotten away and he's going to show up again somewhere. And they start playing that music. Uh, that's what that one reminds me of. So that's always my exit music. I love using that one for exit music. So the in between, like I said, on some videos I put music in, some I don't. Um, uh, Sometimes I do. Like if I use the fast forward and it's a long fast forward editing. I've got to mute it because it goes, makes that really high pitched sound, and you can hear that. And then if I talk, it squeaks. So I mute that, and I'm always thinking if it's more than 10 seconds long, and I've got multiple clips, I think I like to put music in just over that, as I did on that video, the stealth one in the cemetery. I played some music while I was setting up the hammock because that takes a while. You know, everybody's like kind of, and I thank you everybody for all the encouragement and you're going, oh, you're doing so good, and I am doing very, very good. And you see my videos, but what you don't see is what I edit out. So there were a couple times when I was hanging that tarp, I had to get the metal thing that you put in the ground to hook the line around, and it takes me so long to work these little clips. I'm struggling. I'm doing it now. When I get down on my knee and I'm tying that, and then I go to get back up, I've got to drag this leg and I position it, and then I'm like, I'm not near a tree or anything that I can hold on to stand up. So I really got to work on getting this leg pulled around, getting this one turned. And there for a while, on a couple occasions, I almost didn't get up. It's, yeah, yeah, do that bloopers, yeah. But I know, I know, I cut all of that out because I could probably make a half an hour video of me tripping, stumbling, almost falling. But to be honest with you, there was a couple times that I was walking in the cemetery, and in my mind, I was like, because the ground's uneven, because it's up and down, because it sinks. Um, so I was dragging this foot behind me a couple times through the grass, and it would catch, and I'm struggling, carrying the tripod and the camera, and I'm working to go set it up. Then I'm rushing back. Well, not rushing. I'm actually German, but that was a joke. But I'm hurrying back to get the camera, and or to get to a spot where I can walk by the camera, and I'm almost falling, but I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if I trip and I hit my head on a tombstone and crack my head open, that would be a bad thing, So when I'm walking, I'm avoiding anywhere near any tombstones because I'm thinking it would just take one quick. That's not my stroke hand, so I can snap with that one. Oh, oh, I snapped. That's the first time I've been able to snap with that hand. All right. There we go. Hey, little improvements all the time. But so when I'm walking, I'm walking in an area that I know is clear, because I don't want to stumble and fall and, catch my head or hit my shoulder or arm or something off of a tombstone and be laying there all night, in the grass. So I was very cautious walking around in the cemetery because of the unevenness. But it's amazing how your mind plays with you. And I was thinking I could have been camping anywhere else, anywhere. I camped under a bridge, right before the stroke in what is considered high-ish, not a high crime area, but it's a crime area. Not worried one bit, wasn't afraid. I camped Shikellamy State Park underneath of a cement, and there is homeless that are in the area, camped under there in the winter. Centralia, my very first stealth camp overnight, I was a little worried because of the weather, not because of people, but somebody just last year was jumped. They were walking up in that area during the night. They'd gone for a walk, and a car pulled over, beat him up, and stole his wallet. That was last year, and that was in Centralia. So that's where I was camping for my very first stealth overnight camp. So, but I wasn't worried about any of that. I'm, just generally not worried. And some people are like, "Oh, do you pack your gun with you?" I don't. I have a concealed carry, but I don't take it with me for that. Um, do I have a knife? Well, I got a little pocket knife, but I forgot my knife this last time. Um, And if I'm cooking, I got a bigger knife. But I'm never worried, camping overnight just never enters your mind, or at least it doesn't enter mine. But but hanging in the hammock in the cemetery, uh, yeah, I don't like scary things. I hate scary movies. Oh, and now I'm going to say this quick. Just don't get offended by this. But Dick in the Dirt, his channel, his name's Dick, and he does stealth camping. But he did one. Go to his channel, check it out. When I camped overnight up in across from the Walmart last Friday, not this past Friday, but the Friday before. Oh, and hey, that video's hit 1,600 views since Monday, which is pretty good. Thank you everybody for watching that. But Dick in the Dirt, he did a Friday the 13th video. All right. So and it was Friday the 13th last Friday, and I'm up there across from Walmart in the woods, and I say, oh, he's doing his premiere. So I click on it. I'm starting to watch it, and he's there, and I hear this that that sound from Friday the 13th, and I look up quick, and I'm thinking, I don't think I'm going to watch his tonight. I'm going to finish it later in the week. And I did message him because I think I watched it about Wednesday, and I was like, hey, Dick, great Friday the 13th episode. But I was hanging in a hammock when I started watching it, and I had to finish it during the week because I was in the woods watching it, and that was freaking me out. So in that time, I did get a little fearful. So yeah, but amazing. I don't get afraid in the night. I think it's very peaceful and calming, being out in the woods at night by yourself, camping. But in the cemetery Friday night, right? It was like, I think about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock, and I thought, oh, it's almost 3 o'clock, and I've always heard, hey, that's like the witching hour and stuff. And I was just like, oh, great. I hope I don't see nothing. And then I hear a noise, and I turn the headlamp on, and I shine it out there, and I see eyes looking back at me. And I was like, oh, great. These eyes. And I'm going, hey, hey. And I'm wiggling the light, shining it around. And I wasn't anywhere. I didn't have my camera at the time. But I realized it was a cat because I finally saw the side of it because it turned its head. And then I saw it was a cat that I saw earlier down by the corner. So, yeah. But, being in the cemetery, hear a noise and you turn a light on, you see eyes looking back at you. Not good. But yeah, definitely your mind can play some tricks on you. And they were doing that for sure. Like I said, I don't think anywhere else it doesn't bother me, but there, it was, and I had to calm myself down a couple times. I'm like, well, I didn't have a ride at all. My ride left. Remember, I wasn't driving, so I just got dropped off, and we said goodbye to Emma and Sonny, the Hummer, the yellow Hummer. Like, bye, and it drove away. And I was like, all right, so I'm here. I'm gonna check these comments just real quick. Cheers. Okay, boy, I'm really far behind on these comments. Hey, Dark Archer, uh, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Dave said from RVRN Chronicles or RNRV Chronicles. I'll be 38 in September. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. You guys are really commenting a lot there. Good, good, good. Yeah, that app that I use, um, uh, the uh, Power Director app, that's $37 a year. I was saying about the music, but you get a whole bunch of music with it, and you don't have when you record. If it's free to use, but if you start using it, if you just want to learn it, don't spend $37. There is music you can get on there as well and use, but it will have the Power Director words or the name of the app on all your videos. If you want that removed, you pay the $37 and it unlocks more um, more music and some other stuff. But it's got a lot of neat stuff to it, stickers and things like that that you can put on there. Do quite a bit with it. All right. Hey, yeah, Stealth Freedom, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, I enjoy my live too. I'm a great guy, and I appreciate that, guys. And yeah, yeah, that was Emma. That was my daughter, 17. She's got a birthday coming up June 1st, so she'll be 18. Boy, in a couple about a week. Then we're gonna kick her out of the house. No, just kidding. I don't think she heard me. That was a joke. So, yeah. Yeah, I do have a blooper reel already. A lot of I was putting bloopers at the end of my videos a lot of times, but lately I haven't had too many bloopers. I don't know if I'm just getting good at it or what, but I like bloopers. Uh, but I did a compilation. I got rid of a lot of them. I never saved them, but now I'm starting to download with my phone onto a storage unit all of my clips, raw data right from the phone because this phone doesn't have this phone doesn't have a lot of storage, so I can get maybe a week's worth of my stroke recovery episodes and maybe one stealth camp on there. If I don't, like when I was out there at the cemetery, it told me I was starting to do, it was right around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went to record something, and it said, not enough space. And I was like, uh oh. So I had to go in and throw away some or put into trash some of my stuff because I didn't have my storage thing with me or I could have dumped it in there. So I lost some stuff. Nothing, no big deal. I've got the full saved Tube Buddy um, or Power Director. Power Director automatically saves a full video, unedited video. So I had that. So I saved that instead. But I created more room so I could get finished with my videoing that night. So yeah, but yeah, Emma's birthday is June 1st. So like I said, she'll be 18, and she's the one that dropped me off. Um, Laugh out now. I'm not Russian. No. No. Hey, Rachie. So there's Rachel at 8:41 p.m. Rachel, that's my other daughter, Rachel. Rachel dropped me off at the Walmart one. So far I've done two of my daughters have dropped me off, and my son is coming back from Colorado this week. So maybe I'll have one of them drop me off to do a stuff. I don't know where I'm gonna go next. It might take a little bit of planning, but Lisa's off some of this week, and I'm trying to work out with Jay Wanders Out, getting together with him out on. And like I said, we want to do Trail Magic this week because we both got paid. There's just some of the things that I want. If you want to contribute, now I'm going to ask this. You don't have to do it, but if you ever wanted to contribute to Trail Magic, go into the description of one of my videos and you'll see buymeacoffee.com/RA 2.0. And then in the comment section, just put Trail Magic. And then when we go out and set up our table to supply Appalachian Trail through hikers and do our interviews, we'll put mention in the credits, or we'll let them know, the hikers too, that hey, this isn't just from Random Adventures 2.0, it's also from, say, Stealth Camping Alliance or Hidden Hammock, or we'll include you in that. I know Bob had contributed the one time when Lisa and I went shopping for Trail Magic, and he commented and stuff, and we thanked him for doing that. It helped us get out a little bit more. So yes, let me check the comments. I'll poke myself in the eye with his glasses. But hey, cheers. I'm gonna have another. I had that 24-ounce Yuengling Lager the other night. That was good. That was a really good one. When Lisa and I were watching the video, so she found out I was stealth camping, but she called me about 8 o'clock at night, and it was still, no, she called me, she texted me and said, where are you at? And I sent her a picture of me, a selfie with me and the hammock and a tombstone. And she's like, where are you at? And I texted her back, hey, I'm at a cemetery. She said, what? It was a big exclamation point. And so then we called and talked, and she said, how did you get there? And I said, Emma dropped me off. So while we were sitting there the next day before she went to work, and we're watching the video, and I pull out the Yuengling Lager, and she goes, where did you get that? And I said, well, it's not like when I spent the night under the bridge. I fished one out of the river. I don't know. In that video, I reeled one in and said it's not a 12 ounce or a 16 ounce because they're not in season. I would have had to throw it back. But this one's a 24 ounce, so I was keeping it. It's a keeper, and I drank that one. But I did that. That was a Yuengling Lager as well. Now, I like the black and tans. And you'll see if you ever do the Yuengling Brewery tour, you'll see on that they may be a black and tan. They don't have black and tan on the tour, but they can make it by mixing two beers together. So they may be, at the end of the tour, you get two samples. And one of them, I had them do me a black and tan. So that was good. But the samples are small. But I had to drive too. So that's one nice thing about stealth camping. I didn't have to worry about a designated driver. I don't know if I'd have had one anyhow. I don't think anybody drove that was there with me that night. So just kidding. All right. All righty. Man, there's a lot of comments here. You were going to boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, there's a lot of comments. Yeah, TSO. Red is red, green is green. Let's frustrate as well. Yeah. Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit thumbs up for the video. That really helps a lot, and I greatly appreciate everybody jumping on. And I'm really glad you're talking amongst yourselves. So there's a lot of talking in here back and forth, which I love. So definitely, if you don't know, if you're on here and you don't know somebody, um, go in and just check out. That's what I like to do. Go in and check out people's channels when I'm on live, clicking on them just to see some of their stuff, uh, because I don't know who they are, and I want to check them out, because they might like the same things I do, or they're putting out content that I like. So yes. All right. I should use this hand too to do my glasses. All right. Yeah, I always think, dude, doesn't that make somebody look smart? Yeah, I thought readers, I'd hate them, but I'm starting to like them. It makes you look kind of smart. So, a false impression. So, and yeah. Uh, Yeah, good night, Rachel. Yes, Rachel, back to work tomorrow. She was at the beach and she brought us some saltwater taffy. Uh, if you're not from America, I don't, do they have saltwater taffy in other countries or know what that is? I don't know. I mean, we always go to the beach and have saltwater taffy. You always come home with that. Um, very good. I had a good couple pieces of that. I'd eat one now, but I wouldn't be able to talk for a while. You just see me chewing. All right. I don't know how long we've been on for. Let me just look here quick. Well, oh, it's 9 o'clock. Or it's after 9. Well, no, 9. Yeah, yeah. All right. Good night, Rach. Yep. All right, guys. So it's been an hour. It feels like it just flew by. I don't know if you want me to stay on a little longer or uh, you want me to jump off. I can't tell. Maybe I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. Um, Watching this candle, it's slowly burning down. But I've had that candle. I got a pack of candles once. I got them in a drawer downstairs. I pulled it out the other day and broke it in half and stuck half of it in there so I could use that lantern. Um, but yeah, here's the other half of it. Yeah, here's the other half of the candle. So when that one burns out, we'll stick this one in there. But they burn for a while. Hey, I would recommend if you don't have any candles, like old school candles, get some. You never know when you might need them. I should have taken a candle out with me to that cemetery. Oh, look at me looking smart again. um, but yeah, I don't know. But I don't know if I'm going to do another cemetery anytime soon. But that was crazy. Yes, yes. Yeah. So, so I know Dave and I from RV Chronicles are hopefully going to get together one day this week. But like I said, if you didn't go on over and check his channel out and watch the last video he just made, which is when him and I went to Cabela's, and you can see kind of through his lens our day together. And he did interview me a little bit, so I talked a little bit on there with him, but we had a great time. Oh, we had Yingling loggers there too. I think Dave, right? Well, I had one and then half of his. So because he got a pineapple upside down milkshake. It had a pineapple and caramel on top. Yeah. So I was thinking, who gets a beer and a milkshake? Dave. So, yeah. All right. All righty. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I know last week on the video I didn't have the sound turned down, and there's a delay from doing the can doing your live and also uh, the actual showing of it. There's a slight delay, and I had my volume turned up, and I was hearing myself talk, and I wasn't giving much thought of it. And Dave texted me and said, "Hey, turn the volume down so you can." And we're getting feedback, so I made sure we didn't do that this week. So I'm learning, right? I'm learning. So this week, Monday, tomorrow, I actually go get a blood test tomorrow, uh, and then I go to continued outpatient therapy. So we went home stroke therapy is what the series was, day 44, I believe, and then we went 45 and 46, which are not home therapy any longer, but now we're working with Aaron up at Aaron and Ashley. If you didn't see those this week, I only put two stroke recovery videos up, and it was from my first two visits there to Snyder's. And I did talk with Aaron, and he is going to come up with some things that he thinks will be good for me to film, and he's going to make a place for me to kind of work with him and film and talk about some of the stroke recovery. I want to document it and get it on film. And then he's thinking of using it. Well, he asked me if he could use my series on his Facebook page, which I said yes. So, and Encompass Health, they are, like I said, going to reach out this week and going to be letting me know of a couple media, local newspaper, and I believe also a TV station, possibly doing a story about my stroke and recovery and how that's all going. So I'm anxious to hear from them, but they're gonna, I believe, Monday and Tuesday, they're reaching out to all the media outlets, and I think supposedly Wednesday, they're gonna try to schedule something, but they've got to get me and also one of my other places, some of the people that I worked with over at Encompass, my physical or occupational therapist from over there. All right. So let me just check comments real quick, and then I think we're going to wrap the night up. All right. All right. All right. Well, again, thank you, everybody, and TSO and everybody that's jumping on. Stealth Freedom, RNRV Chronicles. I think I saw Lisa on here earlier. Rachel, if you're not on here or didn't make a comment, maybe just real quick, if everybody wants to throw up what country you're from. All right, let's show what countries we're from in the comment section, and I can just see where everybody's at. Yeah, I like the 2.0. I want to get a T-shirt made of that one of these days with the hand emojis. The 2.0. I think that would make a really neat T-shirt. I've got to figure out a way. Hey, Canada, Team Stealth Ontario. Well, yeah, Ontario. Now, I don't know what all the flags are. Stealth Freedom. Like, I can't tell just by looking at the flag if you want a state, country, rather than the flag, because I don't know flags. Oh, hey, Charleston, West Virginia, nice, USA, Dave from USA, David. Uh, Dark Archer from Charleston, West Virginia. Stealth Freedom, I'm not sure where that flag is from. Great Britain, I see. So, yeah, see flags coming up. Like it said, spell out the country if it's another country that I don't know what the flag, where the flag is. I apologize, but I never memorized them in school. Yeah, Josh from Hidden Hammock. He's not on. That's okay. Great Britain. Yeah, Newfoundland. Where I forget where. Yeah, New Zealand. That's right. Josh from New Zealand. RNRV Chronicles USA. Yep. And Dark Archer, your spurt made me set my hammock up in the 2.0 seconds last night. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I am glad you did that. Yeah, Uncle Hugh from Newfoundland. Yes, Uncle Hugh from Newfoundland. So, absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to get over to another country one of these days. And I know Camp Like a Bune, Raoul, he is from Belgium, and he sent me that Belgian chocolate, which was amazing. Stitch, Colorado. Hey, I love Colorado. Nice. Yep, there you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm from the United States too, and I got my coffee from. That's this shirt here is Black Rifle Coffee. So we haven't had Black Rifle Coffee for a little while. Oh, Massachusetts. All right, Joanne. His name is Hugh. Yes. All right, guys. Yeah. Okay, this Sizzle Cafe coffee, like I said, it's got 4 herbs in it. Um, chaga, organic Ganoderma, Gotu Kola, and Bacopa are 4 herbs that are in this coffee, and it is really good. And it's awesome. Panama Bouquet Geisha bean is the coffee bean from Panama, and it's micro ground. Just to give you an idea, I should take it one day and take my. Was gonna grab it, but it's micro ground. You can actually take it and dump it into a bottle of cold water and shake it up, and you got iced coffee. It dissolves immediately in cold water. And I did tell that to because I had it. I usually take it along on our trail magic days, and one of the hikers wanted to pick me up, and I said, "Hey, I got coffee." He said, "I don't want to boil water." I said, "Well, do you like iced coffee?" He's like, "Yeah." So I gave him one of the packets, and I got a cold water out, and we poured it in. He shook it up and drank it right away. He said it was the best iced coffee, smoothest and non-bitterest iced coffee you ever had on trail. I don't know how much iced coffee he had on trail before that, but I don't know. It was good. I like it. All right. Yeah, iced coffee. Pick me up. All right. USA, Pennsylvania. Yeah, simple exploring. Well, I'm in PA too. I thought that was a Texas flag, so I didn't want to say it because, but the flag is so small. I thought they were bigger because everything's bigger in Texas, right? So, anyhow, just kidding. Yeah, yeah, Black Rifle Coffee. OXSOF Assaulters. Yeah. Yeah. Philippines. Wow, same thing. Texas, Philippines, same thing. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. But yes, Dave. Him and his wife Lisa and I, because Dave's my best friend and stuff. A couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, we flew out, and when they were in Arizona, and we stayed out there with them. Oh my gosh, we fell in love with Arizona. Uh, Want to get back. Hopefully, we will. Um, I'm actually a similar flag out in Philippines and Texas. I didn't realize that, but yeah. But I'm thinking because we have the Subaru. If I can, I've got two sleeping pads I just bought. The blow up ones. I got two of those, which they actually fit in the back of the Subaru, and I believe I could stealth camp in the Subaru or do like a SUV RVing. That's another person we watch. Um, watch him and his video. We could probably sleep in the back of the SUV and actually take that on trips. But and stop at truck stops for showers and things. Not like Dave. Dave's got a full size SUV. All right. Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out tonight. Oh, I clapped. That was good. So I'm going to close out. I want to thank you very much for coming along. 2.0. Practice that. See some 2.0s. And there's Day Hike Dave. Did a video for Random Adventures. I posted some of that. But hey, if you get out and do a random adventure and you've never done one before, but you want to start, just go out and do it and hashtag random adventure point oh in it so that I can see because I think that flags me when people do that. So do the hashtag 2.random adventures 2.0 or RA 2.0 hashtag RA 2.0. Let's do that. If you're out doing a random adventure and you want to throw it up there and let me know where you're at so I can watch it and see. I love seeing where everybody's at. But as we are getting out there, like I said, I'm getting better and better with all of my stroke symptoms. Still, I may not sound like I have too much speech stuff going on, but it's still there. I've got to concentrate on articulating my words because I'm a fast talker in a good way. So, but I talk fast, but since the stroke, when I do, it starts getting a little jumbled. So I've got to slow it down sometimes. But thank you much for coming along. I hope you have a great week. And if you get out and do a random adventure, remember to hashtag RA 2.0. All right. 2.0. All right. Remember, it's just one adventure at a time. You go out there and you have a great week. All right. Take care and good night. And we'll see you when we see you next. All right, guys. I'm gonna keep this pad up here, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn you off at the camera, and I'm gonna look at the comments here for a little bit. All right. I think one time we might do a premiere of a stealth camp for the first so many minutes, and then it'll break into one of my lives, and then we can talk about it. All right. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Take care.